Hello everyone, welcome back here. I hope everyone who has been part of the streams for the last almost 2 years found their groove today and they were able to walk away green. I personally, it was a choppy day for me. I was nervous for a second that I was going to go into the red like I was on Friday, but I managed to kind of stay treading water, or I was able to stay afloat, but it was tricky. Somehow today I just didn't have my grasp around the market. I was really lacking some sort of conviction. I mean, it is Monday after all, my first time not streaming in a really, really long time. There was no clear movers pre-market. I'll start off this video by reviewing my day trades, and if you guys want to skip right ahead to a topic I really want to talk about, in that is Spce's all-time high, just go right to the timestamp in the video description below. But yeah, let's just dive right into it. And I gotta say, there's not that much to talk about in terms of my day trading. Like I said before, I was just a little bit all over the place. I'll review it really quickly so we could talk about Spce, and not to mention MRIN, which is one of the tickers I traded today. It just got halted, so it's kind of fun to see here. Probably by the end of this, or not even the end of this video, somewhere in the middle of this video, MRIN is going to unhalt and we can see quickly what happens. There's no way I'm going to keep day trading it. I was just really lacking conviction myself today. And if you guys ever want to see what I'm trading, what I'm doing, what I'm thinking pre-market, I always come out with my watch list here. There wasn't so much to talk about today. It was just not so clean today. So I kind of was like, nah, hands off a little bit more for me. But just go right here to tradejournal.co/Winkler, and then you go on my unlimited account profile. This is the profile we did for streaming. Just click on that, and you can see all of my watch list here, or my posts. You can view all posts here. You can see my recent trades here, view portfolio trades, and so on. Did just want to share that briefly here. Anyway, guys, all these tickers, especially IKNX, we're a little bit choppy or just popping up late. And all of them, since the beginning, I was just like, I don't feel a lot of conviction on. ALF, believe it or not, this ticker, which has been really rallying from a recent IPO just nonstop, is actually the only ticker I was green on. I was actually really close to being really green on this ticker because I was buying this pullback here, but then I got shaken out because of this. It was the worst place to be shaken out. Actually, I held through this and then got shaken out right here, right before that nice little pop to the upside. Took a red trade, but then I bought this pullback because at first I was like, okay, well, we might quickly sell all the way off to here, and then I'm gonna be nicely red in the day. So I really cut my losses. And then, once this recovered and started pulling back and the sell momentum was a little bit light, that's really when I edged into the trade and I was waiting for that pop. We did get a little bit of a pop, but it was short-lived, and then I closed out the trade as well. Eventually, this ticker kind of flushed and, died out. Same with pretty much all other lead gappers. They just really weren't that interesting. RSLS just pretty much selling off. I, had a really small pullback trade here, but this was already on a third stair, and I felt like it was extended, and I don't know, I just kind of felt like I was trading FOMO. IKNX, this is a ticker that I came on late on. It had a nice little move here. I ended up buying a perfect pullback, but then it shook me out. Again, I got shaken out, had a nice pop, bought the pullback, made back some losses here, but I didn't, hang on for this move to the upside. So I was just getting shaken out left and right, and then closing before spikes. It was really just one of those days. It happens every now and then. You really can't be too down about it. It's just, eventually you trade long enough, you find your groove, and today I just didn't have the groove. It is what it is. MRIN, like we talked before, this ticker is, just opened up here. Okay, let's watch it just for a second. There is a possible buy opportunity here at 5.8. 5.8, let's see how this kind of performs. For me personally, I'm not going to trade it. 11 million shares outstanding, so it does have that spike ability. 10 million float. Really good to see this one. It is classic entertainment here. But yeah, if I keep watching this, it's going to be really tempting to keep trading. So anyway, let's go to Spce, because Spce is a ticker that you guys know we've been talking about pretty much since the SPAC merger. It's a company that I really, really like. And okay, on the unlimited account, this is our day trading account, so can't look at it on here. Let's go to our cash account. I don't think I've used this account in a long time. A little bit of trading here, but yeah, so Spce is a company that I love, and I think it's great for my investment portfolio, but it's also a company I love to swing trade, and that's oftentimes what I do. And I think in our IRA account, we did a nice little swing trade here because this ticker, had some bad news. There was also the bit of a SPAC mini winter, and this ticker sold off 77% plus, and we're near these huge support levels down here. And I was like, this ticker is definitely a buy. I mean, this is near the high of the original merger, and we're coming back down to these areas. That's why I was jumping in on this, and that's why I made videos about it, and we were talking about it in the streams quite often in this area. Unfortunately, I just, I was up around, what was that, like 30-40%, and I took my profits, walked away. I was a jolly little kid. Unfortunately, well, not unfortunately for everyone else, but, this runs up another, 180%. In total, we're up like 300% from the lows. It's insane. And you'll also notice we're near all-time highs, which I also feel like is pretty insane. I mean, that was an instant, very fast recovery. And now I'm like, ooh, is this a buy? And personally, and I would love to hear your opinion, I'm personally a little bit pause off. Now, I'm a momentum trader. I like doing this. If anything, I would probably consider day trading it right now, or maybe for the next few days, especially with these kind of candles. But for me, this is not a really good buy opportunity. To me, it's a little bit too extended. We are coming back down to some nice pullback zones right here. So we are on an upwards trend. And right now, when you're on the front side move, usually the 9 EMA is a good buy indicator for continuation. So that is something we might see. And then we might see a move past 62. Right now, we had an all-time high, or like a mini all-time high at 61.4. All-time high was at 62.9, obviously. So we'll see where this, can go from here. I could show you bits and pieces of news here on TOS. But in short, there is a nice little article here on Seeking Alpha that really summarizes a lot what's going on pretty nicely. And this came out just yesterday, so it's very relevant. Right here, let's just read the summary together, and I'll give you some of my thoughts and kind of wrap it up here. So that FAA approved human space flights for Virgin Galactic. And for anyone that doesn't know, that is the Federal Aviation Administration. So, and they have the catalyst right here as well popping up. The decision clears the way for Virgin Galactic to commercialize its private astronaut business, which is pretty much, or you don't know, but it is pretty much the core of Virgin Galactic. They want to commercialize spaceflight. They want to put people up into space, and they've been promoting this for years. From as early as I can remember, they were selling seats for space flight. I think even Justin Bieber has a seat, so it's pretty well known. Virgin Galactic is one of the 2 companies offering suborbital space flights. The market is extremely limited in supply, and demand is sky high. Obviously, supply is limited because there's only 2 companies doing this, and both of them aren't even doing it yet. And yeah, they have proven that that demand is sky high by always being fully booked out for when these flights do happen. The risks are huge, but so is the long-term upside for the companies. So let's scroll down here a little bit. I want to talk about their competitor, Blue Origin, from Jeff Bezos, auctioned off one of 4 available passenger seats for its first trip next month, and the winning bidder paid $28 million for the flight, which likely will not last longer than 11 minutes. But Jeff Bezos and his brother are going to be on there, so you could do a nice little pitch session. While the proceeds from the auction are going to charity, it shows that demand for the human space flight experience is hot. That is super, super, super true. Anyway, I did want to kind of wrap up those 2 points. And then right down here, you could dive a little bit more into the balance sheet and whatnot on your own time. But I got to say, their balance sheet is really, really strong. They're sitting on a bunch of cash, $616 million in cash equivalents. Overall, it's hard not to like space as a potential swing trade or investment, especially if you believe in space exploration, and that pretty much from this point forward, we will be continuing our presence in space. There's going to be companies like Virgin Galactic, like SpaceX, and Blue Origin that are taking center stage, and they're going to start competing for market share. And it's so easy to fantasize about, where a company like this could be in 5-10 years. And I think that's also why you see a little bit of price action like this. So for now, I would like to see a little bit more consolidation on the daily chart. I wouldn't be surprised if we went down here around a little bit below 50s. And then on the 4-hour chart, it looks like we're already finding a nice support here at 52. So we're going to see where this area holds on the daily. But right now, we're still in a little bit of a downtrend here, but nice support coming in, like we said, around 52. We'll see where we want to go on this one. For now, my hands are a little bit, pause off. But at the same time, I do find it really, really interesting. And again, this is a company that I would just keep throwing into my investment portfolio with a long 1, 2, 3 year horizon. And then for swing trade opportunities, I really like this one as well. And anytime it sells off, which feels a little bit too much, just start accumulating it and then wait for another pop to the upside. That's how I like to play SPCE. I would love to know your thoughts below. Like always, guys, don't forget to drop a like. It's the easiest way to support the channel, and I will see you guys next time. Like always, stay safe and make some awesome trades. Ciao, ciao.